Hello everyone, it's Mapache, and oh my god, it's been a year since I've done anything with this channel. Well, not really a year, but it's been a while, and I'm really sorry about that. I did try to start a second Let's Play, but because of a lot of the new YouTube policies on the fact that Nintendo just does not really like people uploading Let's Plays of their videos, that got a lot of issues because essentially they wanted to remove all the audio from it. So I had to take it down, and until I can figure out a way to kind of avoid that problem, I don't think I'm going to try to take on any Nintendo licensed games, which is going to be pretty weird considering the fact that you're like, hey, Mapache, I'm seeing a Wii menu screen here with a GameCube game in it, so obviously you're going to be playing something that's Nintendo. Well, yes and no. It's on the GameCube system, but so I realized I haven't done a Let's Play in a long time. I haven't done it in a year, and the channel's been pretty much dead, and I thought I'd do another Let's Play because it's been a long time. It's been long enough, and I've been starting to get back into videos, and I want to keep with that, and I feel like that this schedule allows me to until I have to do work, but even until then, I want to do something. So I figured that I just use this time, and since my last Let's Play was a game that I played a lot of while I was a child, and it's also my only Let's Play on this channel, I thought I'd do another game that I really enjoyed, especially around that time as a kid. And yes, it is a Nintendo game, so let's start that up. And stop wasting fucking time.
Are you ready, kids?
Welcome to Let's Play number 2, guys. A game developed by THQ and Heavy Iron Studios. God, I fucked that up. Spongebob Squarepants and Battle for Bikini Bottom. I know, a weird fucking game to choose. Because what? Why this game? I played this game a lot back when it was released. This was released back in 2003. I think it was actually released on Halloween 2003. This was a game that I spent so much time playing. Probably as much time, maybe not as much as Sly 1. And it definitely fueled everything that I loved about video games back when I was a kid. Because I loved platforming games. I loved collecting games. And this game really, it definitely played into that love. This is probably a game that a lot of the Nickelodeon licensed games I feel generally didn't do very well. At least they aged terribly. This is one of those games that definitely breaks that rule. It's such a fun game. So I am going to start a new game because I deleted all the games I had on this because I just had to. So we're gonna take the first file and we're gonna start up this game. Yeah, welcome to Let's Play number 2, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Enjoy it.
Welcome to Bikini Bottom, a normally peaceful undersea sanctuary. Today it will be transformed into a theater of pure horror, wherein our little yellow friend will play the starring role.
Today is the big day. I have devised an ingenious plan to finally steal the Krabby Patty formula. And if Bikini Bottom happens to get demolished in the process, oh well. With my brand new Duplicatotron 3000, I'll clone an army of robots that will wreak mayhem and destruction at my command. One last review of the checklist. Let's see. Item number 1. Is Plankton a genius? Answer yes. Okay, checklist complete. Throw in the switch. Welcome, my perfectly obedient robot army. Hang on. I want to get a photo for my scrapbook. Hey, hello? What do you think you're doing? Oh, no, wait. But I'm your master. I made you. No, oh, my good China.
Another perfect day playing robots and racehorses.
Yeah, only I keep getting the racehorses and the robots mixed up.
Wouldn't it be great if we had real robots to play with, Patrick? I'd name mine Robo Jr. or Zorlon or maybe Frankie.
Yeah, these unreal robots are getting boring. Hey, what if we put the robots in here?
Oh, how shellfish of you!
It's not just any shell. It's my magic wishing shell.
Wow, that's great, Patrick!
So we put the toy robots in here.
Okay.
Then we say the magic wishing words and shake the magic wishing shell.
Okay.
Then we go to sleep, and in the morning, we'll have real robots to play with!
But Patrick, aren't we going to say the magic wishing words?
You already did!
So, okay is the magic wishing word?
It used to be Alakazama Alabala Wiesna Tikitana Fushbar Griddle Bits von Wiederschnauzer, but I kept forgetting it.
Are you sure this'll work?
Sure. Last week, I only had one big cookie crumb and I was really hungry. So I put my cookie crumb in the magic wishing shell. Then I said the magic wishing word and shook it. And in the morning, I had lots of little cookie crumbs.
Patrick, I proclaim that tomorrow is going to be the best day ever.
Good night, SpongeBob.
Good night, Patrick.
The next morning.
Gonna play with robots, gonna play with robots, gonna play with robots, gonna play with... Wow! Gary, did you do that?
Such a great intro. It definitely has all the feel of an old SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, Gary. It sure looks like we're in a doozy of a pickle. I think I'm gonna have to learn a lot in order to fix this mess. Ow! What a fantastic idea! These signs will provide important tips to help me out. How do I read the signs? Ow! Oh, okay. Press this button to read the signs. Ow! So if I want to come back and talk to you again, just walk up to you and press this button. I'd better get started now, Gary. I think that this is going to be a very long day.
All right, so welcome to Bikini Bottom, guys. Bow for Bikini Bottom, at least. This game is so much fun. Oh my god. It has a lot of charm, especially to it, I feel. Especially since when it was made. It was made around 2003, which is kind of about right when I think the third season of SpongeBob was ending. And by then, the show had really kind of established itself as probably one of the giants in Nickelodeon. And it is. It would go on to be the only 90s cartoon that is still running today. And yes, SpongeBob is in fact a 90s cartoon. It was released in 1999. And it is also the longest running Nickelodeon show just in general, which is pretty crazy, especially since it only recently beat that. It only recently beat the oldest, longest running show, which was the Rugrats, which ran for about 15 years. So it's pretty crazy. And I remember when this game was advertised, it was such a cool game. A lot of the SpongeBob games that were advertised, they were so great. But when I got around to playing them, they never really added up to being what I expected them to be, except for this game. This was the real first game that definitely did. So as you can see, the plot is pretty simple. It definitely has all the charm of a second to third season SpongeBob episode. So now basically what we gotta do is we gotta explore SpongeBob's house, and this is essentially our tutorial level and explaining us the rest of the game, which is really cool.
Breaking news! Bikini Bottom residents have been attacked by a raging torrent of robot horror!
So much for fixing this quietly.
Authorities are not sure who is responsible for unleashing the mechanical menaces, but they have assured us that the person is in big, big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Did I say big trouble? I meant so enormous that it's hard to comprehend trouble. We'll keep you posted as this tragic story unfolds. Tragically, we're sure.
So that's the basic plot of the show. Plankton's created a lot of robots, he forgot to make them obey him, and so now they're running amok all over Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob and Patrick think that they're the ones that caused this mess, and so they think it's up to them to actually save this. It has everything about it that makes a good SpongeBob game. So this game's pretty simple in terms of its controls. You got kind of basic controls. I'm not going to really explain them because the game's going to do it, and there's going to be a lot of talking, and it's definitely going to make this game kind of weird for me to commentate over, so just bear with me.
A note from Mr. Krabs! And it even smells sweaty, just like him.
Why is the note on a typewriter? This has always bothered me, that this is a note from Mr. Krabs on a typewriter. So my guess is that he sent the typewriter just with the note, which is something that I wouldn't expect Mr. Krabs to do, considering the fact that that would be a waste of money.
Ahoy there, SpongeBob! As a faithful crew member of the Krusty Krab, you've been, promoted to head shiny object collector.
Wow! A promotion!
That's right, a promotion. So what this here new job entails is you collecting all these shiny objects that the robots are leaving behind and bringing them to me. Now stop seahorsing around and get busy collecting.
Alright, so you might have noticed that Mr. Krabs sounded a bit weird in that cutscene, and that's mainly just because of the fact that it's not Mr. Krabs' original voice actor. In fact, I don't think any of the voice SpongeBob games actually had Mr. Krabs' original voice actor up until the next game, which I'd also like to do an LP of because it's the SpongeBob movie, and if you like this game, you'll like that game. I'm just going to get this, but I'll explain this. So shiny objects are essentially the currency of this game. As you can see, they'll be scattered throughout the entire game, and each color denotes a different value. The first value is red, and that is going to be the most common as it's only worth 1. Then the next one up is yellow, which is going to be worth 2. And as you can see, as the color goes along, the more rare they're going to get. Then we're going to have green, which is worth 5. And then finally over here, blue, which is worth 10. And then the final one, which they don't show... Chill, SpongeBob. The final one that they don't show is going to be purple, and that is worth 50. And those are going to be really rare. This one is just going to be explaining that we have the control that's going to be used with the C-Stick in the Nintendo GameCube version. This game is also available for the Xbox and for the PS2. Probably I just realized a lot of my Let's Plays are probably going to be from games that are going to be on probably like the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube, because those are the consoles I grew up with. So that explains a lot. Man, I'm so sorry I haven't done a Let's Play in so long, guys. I feel really bad about that, but also at the same exact time, like, life got in the way. I'll explain a lot of my stories that I have, because believe me, I have a lot of stories of school and everything. I also traveled over the summer. I went to Iceland and Ireland, and that's going to be fun. I'll explain some of my stories about that. So there we go, 10. We got 10 shiny objects. So as you can see, some areas are going to be blocked off, and you have to get certain things. I really like this game because it also just shows out SpongeBob's house. And we haven't really gotten a real good detailed look at his house until now. That's not true. We kind of did in some other games, but I feel like this is my favorite, at least, of SpongeBob's houses, of how they look. Oh yeah, so this explains, of course, double jump. This is a mechanic that is pretty much in every game, especially from the early 2000s, and I think even later on. Like, most games that are at least are action platforming have a double jump. That's been a staple in almost every game. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter as well. It's all double jumping, that's the point. I love this, by the way, right here. I'm going to read this out because I think it's funny. There's a pair of SpongeBob's underwear. SpongeBob will lose a pair of underwear every time he gets hit by a robot or touches dangerous objects or surfaces. Like this. That's so great. When SpongeBob had lost all his underwear, he must start that area over again. SpongeBob may get back underwear he has by collecting additional pairs along the way. I'll explain that later on, don't worry, you'll see. By the way, I also explained if I press the Z button, it brings up my hub menu. There's some stuff in there that anyways I can't explain at the moment, but just shows our health. There we go.
I feel like a new sponge.
If you keep doing that, by the way, I'll keep dropping that safe, but after the second time, it will stop hurting you. Because otherwise it'll kill you, and you can't get a game over in SpongeBob's house. I mean, you can't get a game over in this game, but you can't die in SpongeBob's house. I guess that makes sense. Alright, so let's enter SpongeBob's attic, which is where we're going to get an explanation
This is where I
of
keep all my old comic books.
comic books. It's going to be an explanation of how SpongeBob attacks, which I think is always cool. Yes, I get hub menu. That's great. I don't need an explanation of that. So over here, it's going to explain that the B button and press the B button and SpongeBob will do a bubble spin. SpongeBob may use this bubble spin to smash open tikis, push buttons or walls, or defeat most robots. SpongeBob may also bubble spin in mid-jump to hit things that are higher up. So this is kind of our basic attack right here. And these are tikis. These are going to be kind of just our basic containers of the game. That's essentially what they do. So let's press this button. It makes a nice little stack of whatever these are. SpongeBob's house is weird. Oh god. Why is this music so weird? It has like varying degrees of like getting louder and not louder. And also notice, by the way, that I'm getting a combo thing. So the more things that you can hit and destroy, that includes tikis or robots, the more shiny objects you can get. And those things are actually very important. And you'll see why a little bit later in this video. Press the X button in midair and SpongeBob will do a bubble bounce attack. The bubble bounce attack can smash tikis on robots that are directly below SpongeBob, or push buttons on the ground. SpongeBob may only do the bubble bounce move during a jump. So this is essentially our up-down attack, and it is... No, it is not. It is, I thought I was going to say it's unique to SpongeBob, but it's not. This is an attack that Patrick can later do. Spoilers, Patrick is in fact a playable character in this game. But yes, he can also do this as well.
Rhymes.
That's fun. Press the Y button while on the ground, and SpongeBob will do a Bubble Bash attack. The Bubble Bash attack can smash stinkies or robots or push buttons that are directly above SpongeBob. When you see this icon, SpongeBob can stand at and Bubble Bash a break, blah, blah, blah. So this is our down-up attack, and this is in fact unique to SpongeBob. This attack can only be used by SpongeBob and no one else. By the way, there will be more characters to play besides, in fact, SpongeBob and Patrick.
Most satisfying. Push, push, push,
I'll say, you can play as Sandy. It's not a big spoiler, but there isn't anything that really leads up. I guess it's just because Sandy's a popular character this time, and that's why they want to do it. So now that we got this ball, as you can see, there is that little switch over there that is completely ungettable from the ground. Oh my god, ball. Please, get over there. Can we jump on this? Press it. Press it. There we go. And it creates a little bit of a puzzle for us. Not really a puzzle, but just kind of a little platforming puzzle. It's super easy. But if we can get over here... Oh, computer, please do not go dark on me. We get that. That is a sock. And it is in fact known as Patrick's sock. See, this is in fact one of the collectibles that you can get throughout this game. There are a lot of socks scattered throughout Bikini Bottom. And your job is to actually go and collect them. There are 80 socks total. And they're kind of just scattered throughout. I don't know if there's an exact number for each of them, but they're just kind of all over the world. So anyways, now that we've gotten that, and we've gotten 112 shiny objects so far, we have enough to open up SpongeBob's closet. So let's go do that and stop wasting time. And here we go. Our main collectible in this game. This is a golden spatula. Golden spatulas are needed to unlock new areas of Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob will need to collect many golden spatulas in order to find and defeat the source of the rampaging robots. So here it is, guys, golden spatula number 1. Our first one. There are 100 of these throughout the entire game, and they are indeed scattered throughout. Most levels, I think, have about 8 of them. Some levels will have less, and that just generally depends on it. So as you can see here, if I press the pause button, this is our pause menu, which I don't know, I've always really liked how this game is designed. As you can see, it shows you exactly how many we have. And of course, we are, of course, in Bikini Bottom, and we've just gotten our first one. As you can see here, yes, 4. Some levels will have only 1. Some levels will have shorter amounts, but generally 8 is the most. It all adds up to about 100. And you don't necessarily need 100 to complete the game for the normal ending, but you will need a lot. You'll need about 75 of them. So you'll need about 3/4 of all the ones in the game. So you definitely do have to do a lot of collecting in this game. And that's what I love. So anyways, now that we have our first golden spatula, we now have access to outside of SpongeBob's house. So let's head out into Bikini Bottom, our first real level in this game. Or, you'll see. It's more of a hub, I guess. But it is our first real level. You can collect stuff in this area. Hello. There we go.
There's nothing like the sounds of your own neighborhood.
Go away, SpongeBob. You're polluting my thinking space.
Trying to steal the Krabby Patty formula again, eh, Plankton? Well, you won't get away with it.
I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got to figure out how to regain control of the chum bucket from those robots.
Where did they come from?
Where? I don't know. Not for me, though, that's for sure. They just showed up out of nowhere and started calling me rude names and throwing things. They even bent all my spoons. I love those spoons like they were my children.
That's terrible.
Oh, won't you help me stop them? Before they bent all my forks?
Not the forks! Of course I'll help. But wait, I'm supposed to collect a whole lot of golden spatulas.
Golden spatulas, eh? SpongeBob, if you can get me back into the chum bucket, I'll give you a bucket full of golden spatulas. In your dreams.
That was weird that it showed that.
You've got a deal.
Alright, so... the goal essentially is to help Plankton here now try to get back into the chum bucket, which we're kind of eventually going to do. So anyways, this is Bikini Bottom, and as you can see, it is kind of designed essentially like a hub level. The way that Bikini Bottom goes is that it's divided up into 3 sections. The first section, a second section, and a third section. And the more golden spatulas you get, the more areas you can unlock. And that includes all the other side levels. So as you can see here, we actually have access to the very first level over here, which is Jellyfish Fields. We need no golden spatulas to get into it. However, over here, which is downtown Bikini Bottom, as you can see, we need 5 golden spatulas to enter downtown. So areas are going to be blocked off until we can actually get more of them later on. So that's kind of how this hub world works, and I really like it. And at first, we're only going to really have access to 3 levels. Jellyfish Fields, Goo Lagoon, which is over here, and then downtown Bikini Bottom. But before I really do any explanation of kind of those, we're just going to be really exploring the hub for this video, because there is a bit of stuff we can do around here. I'm just kind of going around destroying everything, but there are some people that we do need to indeed talk to. So let's first go over and talk to Patrick, because look, as you can see, he has a sock right next to him.
Hey, Patrick. Nice sock.
What sock?
The one you're standing on.
Oh, that one. It's lost.
Well, if that one's lost, where are your other socks?
Well, they're more lost. A bunch of robots came through here and stole my whole sock collection. I could use some help getting them back.
Sure thing, Patrick. What are best friends for?
Okay, then. For every 10 socks you bring back to me, I'll give you a golden turkey baster.
You mean spatula?
Bless you.
All right, so that's our job. So there's our second one already. 2 down, 8 to go until we can get our next golden spatula. And since we can, I'm going to head into Patrick's house. By the way, I just want to say this. If you leave an area and you come back into it, all the tikis reset. And I think enemies do as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. But as you can see in Patrick's house, there really isn't much in here. If you want to hit that record player, you can. It makes the loudest fucking sound, so I am not going to do that. But I'll show you it anyways. Okay, that's enough of that. So what we want to do is we want to destroy Patrick's couch. And look at that. A sock shows up. I don't know how or why, but this is SpongeBob physics, so whatever. And that is our third one. And that's all in Patrick's house, because Patrick lives in a pretty simple area. I kind of like the fact, too, that Patrick's house is just always generally seen as just a sand couch and maybe a picture of SpongeBob and Patrick, sometimes a TV, and that's about it. I think that's really funny. I say, you can kind of build up shiny objects pretty quickly just by kind of going in and out. Oh, Squidward, don't do that.
SpongeBob,
And here's
this
Mr.
flapping
Krabs.
robot crisis is making the Krusty Krab lose money like a sinking ship. No money means no more Krusty Krab. No more Krusty Krab means no more fry cooking for you.
No more fry cooking?
But because you're gullible, I'm gonna help you out. And of course make a small profit in return. I've got a few golden spatulas that I'll be willing to trade to you for some of those shiny objects.
You will?
Of course. What are employers for? Besides, them shiny objects is worth lots of money. Your treasure chest's looking a bit light, boy. Do you think I've got bilge water on the brain? I ain't running a charity here. Come back when you've got enough shiny objects to trade.
So that's the goal with Mr. Krabs. Now, Mr. Krabs and Patrick, by the way, will both give you a total of 8 golden spatulas for as much... This essentially, they have 8 ranks, and for each time you can fulfill that rank, they will give you a golden spatula. I think shiny objects also might reset in the world, too. I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't think they do. But anyways, there you go. So if we can collect 3,000 shiny objects, which we should be able to do after the first real level of this game. I consider this to be the first level, but after the second level, I guess, we should be able to get 3,000 pretty easily. Anyways, let's talk to Bubble Buddy.
Hey, SpongeBob! I just dropped by to give you a bubble hand.
Bubble Buddy.
You see, you're going to need to learn some new bubble-blowing moves if you're going to journey to the 9th dimension and defeat the giant monkey man.
But all I need to do is figure out how to get rid of these robots.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I've been in the soap bottle a little too long. Where were we?
Something about new bubble moves.
Right! Press this button and you'll launch yourself straight up in the air with bubble power that defeats anything that is directly above you. Try it out!
Alright, well that's not really anything new, but essentially every time, I should actually show this. Over here, as you can see, this area is actually blocked off. We need 15 golden spatulas to actually access the next area of Bikini Bottom. So yes, I know, we cannot do that until we collect enough, which we're going to have to at least go to 2 levels to do that, because as I said before, most levels only really have 8, and because of that, that's not enough. We need 10, of course, to access, to access Goo Lagoon. Oh, right, that's already becoming a problem in this game. So, every time that we enter a new area, Bubble Buddy is actually going to be able to teach us a brand new move, which is pretty nice. But of course, since this is the beginning area, we're not going to be able to really learn any new moves, so for now, we just have time to move that we already know, which is this one, which we got before. Alright, so, let's head into Squidward's house, because he's been making a lot of noises. Especially because that clarinet is just really annoying.
Those stupid robots ruined a perfectly relaxing mud bath this morning, and now you show up. Can my day get any more dreary?
I am so sorry, Squidward. Patrick and I were just playing a game and...
Oh, I correct myself. I should have known that whole robot problem involved both of you.
Squidward, I don't know what to do. How can I fix everything?
Why don't you move to another town? That should help out more than enough. Move to another town. I cracked me up. But seriously, just jump around like an idiot. That should at least make me smile.
Alright, so the goal actually here in Squidward's house is we're actually supposed to destroy fucking everything and just jump around kind of like an idiot. But we want to, well, not really just destroy everything, but you're going to want to do that, because if you do, you'll see what you get. But I'll jump around like an idiot first. That's seriously what he wants you to do. It's a pretty easy task.
Okay,
there we go,
just
see?
stop jumping, will you? If you take this golden spatula, will you please go away?
See, Squidward? I knew that you could help me out. You're the best.
Don't touch me.
I identify so much with Squidward. There we go. 2 down, 98 to go. This is easy, guys. Look at that. We've already collected 2. It's not like that this is gonna take like 30 parts. Huh? I really hope to God it doesn't. Can I get this? Oh, wait. There we go. So I believe once we do this, and we have destroyed everything in Squidward's house, a sock appears. That is a hidden thing. I don't think that a lot of people talk about it. I'm pretty sure that a lot of like 100% guys talk about it. But that's one that's pretty hidden. I only figured that out after just kind of going in, deciding, I'm just going to fuck with Squidward and destroy his house. Because I didn't like Squidward when I was a kid. But now I like him more. Because I think just because SpongeBob got really freaking annoying. Alright, now before we actually stop, we are not yet done. What I'm going to do is this. We are going to start this. Because there is in fact something up there. And I want to get it. Oh boy. And we're going to need to be really quick about this. I don't have a lot of time. I see that my timer is already at 27 seconds, and that's not good. Right. So this is going to have to be really quick. Okay, cool. I can grab both of these, I think. So, first things first, if we go up here to the top of Squidward's house...
4 pairs of underwear.
4 pairs of underwear. Oh boy, that was close. And perfect. Okay, we got the golden spatula on top of Spongebob house. I was actually afraid that we wouldn't have enough time for that, but I think I severely underestimated myself. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty awkward first video. I'm sorry if my commentary wasn't the best, but I promise I will get better on that. So I think with that, we pretty much explored everything in the first area of the hub. So I think I'll stop it here, and that's perfect because we're almost at 30 minutes, at least according to my timer. I might try to cut out some stuff. So next time on Spongebob Squarepants, Vow for Bikini Bottom, we will head off to our very first level because we really don't have anything else more to do in here, which is Jellyfish Fields. And hopefully we can get through that pretty quickly. I don't know how long these levels are going to take because these levels are big. But I'll explain that more in the next video. So, until then, I will see you guys next time.